We outside. Yeah, we out. Yeah, we out. Looking at the view from the top. Get into the bed, don't stop. Get into the bed, don't stop. Better catch up, cause we out. Look, I ain't skating through unless they talking 8 figures. Said I dream too big, about to do it way bigger. I'm the boss when I walk through, straighten up a sit up. I ain't never had to tell them, but they know that I'm that. Finish that. So many wins, I had to go ahead and bring it back. I like you, my sons, go ahead and get the Similac. Yeah, swerve when I'm pulling in. I ain't asking for the spot, I tell them better give me that. Taking no losses, can't start now. You know it's about to go up when I touch down. And if they didn't know before, they gonna know now. That I leave a murder scene when I come round. In other words, you know that we about to kill it. I ain't for the talking, I said it, you know I did it. I'm putting on the show, the world is about to feel it. I know they getting scared when I tell them that. We outside. Yeah, we out. Yeah, we out. Looking at the view from the top. Get into the bed, don't stop. Get into the bed, don't stop. Better catch up, cause we out. Playing with me, know you playing yourself. If I got a game, I'm gon' bet on myself. Got it on my own, never needed your help. When you see me at the top, know I did it myself. You know we outside.
Welcome back, everybody. You have all been waiting for this moment right here. I am joined here today with stars, and of course, my name is Artie, and this is the grand finals for the Split One Masters event from Breakout Esports. I am so excited to bring you this. It is BURTS versus BKO. And here is the best part about this is that not only will the winners of today receive a over $600 prize pool, as well as some swag from One Shot Energy, they also, the losers, will be banned from the Discord server of the finals that the finals scrim server that they all play in. It is insane as the stakes keep getting higher and higher for the teams here. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. But the best part about this grand finals is that we are entering a best of 5. That means we're going to be seeing all 5 maps. We're going to be seeing these teams go head to head to head in one of the most action-packed 3v3 series we've had yet, Stars.
Oh yeah, I'm completely excited, right? North America gets its champion today, and we get to see who gets banned from that court. I hope you're I hope you're excited, bro, because I didn't know that coming into this, but now that we have stakes on it, it's only gonna make this match more intense.
And the craziest thing that is going to be coming from this as well is that I believe that we are going to be seeing the teams going for some slightly off meta picks to try and retain a little bit of that element of surprise. We'll see what happens when we get into the match, but Stars, I can guarantee you that the matchup that we're about to see is going to be unlike anything that has happened so far in the Breakout Esports Masters Series.
Yeah, no, BURTS is looking so good right now in terms of just getting the rights. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's looking so good just in terms of looking at them with their team cohesion. They've gotten better and better over time. At the start, it was a little shaky, but every match going forward, they've gotten stronger and stronger, and there's no stopping this moving train right now.
Absolutely. I am so excited. These teams have been cooking all day. And I think that if we can get a look at the maps, what we'll be seeing, I believe the very first map of the day is going to be on Skyway Stadium.
Is it? I'm not quite sure myself. I haven't quite seen them myself. Yeah, it doesn't look like they did it properly unless they did it behind closed doors.
Possibly. I believe that they might have just decided to go for, instead of banning any maps, I think that they've just GA'd to start on a map that works well for them, that works well, that both teams can agree on, and go from there. Again, since it's a best of 5, they already know that they will be likely playing all 5 maps. I think that instead of a pick ban traditionally, I think that they've just GA'd. Remember, these players have all played with each other. Every single one of these players has been on a team with each one of the enemies. And so there is a lot of communication that these guys have with one another to be able to sort of know, hey, I know when this guy can't heal me on this map. I know when this guy is not able to perform his best on heavy. So even though they're gentlemanly agreeing to, go for one map or the other, this is still going to be a very intense fight.
Okay, it looks like there might have been a miscommunication. So we accidentally did a best of 3 ban order on the website rather than the best of 5. So we're just gonna go ahead and get that sorted out real quick. And
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries, but I believe that we also have the pick'ems that we can see, and we can see sort of what the audience as well as the production think for the grand finals winners. And BURTS is gonna be my go here. Wait, no, this is wrong. I said BKO actually. They're throwing me under the bus. I actually said that I'm gonna pick BKO because I think the BKO is the underdogs. I think BURTS is very clearly capable of taking a victory, but that I want to see BKO make the lower bracket run. They're doing me dirty here, but hey, listen. All right, if it says BURTS on the screen, sure, my screen vote is BURTS, but my heart vote is BKO. I really cannot decide between these two teams.
And speaking of voting, you get to choose your one-shot energy MVP right now. We are going to go ahead and put a link and pin it right here in the Twitch chat for you guys to go ahead and place your vote for who you think should be the MVP of this event.
Absolutely. Make sure to put in your votes based on everything that we've seen. Here is your one-shot MVP category. You have Spoiler from LRC, the absolute healing demon. And then, of course, on BKO, it's Gremlin, the OG Charge and Slam Heavy. Then we've got Demov, the only player in the entire Finals Masters Series event that has been seen playing light, medium, and heavy in this tournament. Absolutely insane gameplay from Demov. And then we've got Z on Team Burt, the absolute sustain demon. When you need a res, Z is your guy. And this is going to be one of the hardest MVP votes that I've had to make. So definitely check out the pinned comment that will be pinned in the Twitch chat in just a moment here to cast your vote for the one-shot MVP, where the winner will be receiving a huge swag from our title sponsor of the event, One Shot Energy. One Shot Energy has your one-stop shop need for everything related to energy. You can take their focus boosters, or you can take their little quick energy bites, or if you're casting all day or streaming all day like me, the voice drops will absolutely save your throat. So go ahead and check out our sponsor, One Shot Energy, and go ahead and cast your vote for the One Shot MVP. That Twitter link is pinned right now in the chat. Go ahead and check that out. We're about to get into our game here, and I do believe that instead of Skyway, it's actually going to be Vegas to start off here. Let's look at our map picks and bans here. Remember, it's a best of 5, so the teams have just decided on the best order, and that order is going to be Las Vegas to start things off. Then we'll be shifting all the way over to Monaco. Following that is Skyway Stadium, the best of all worlds here, with elements from Seoul and Monaco all put into the same place. Following that, if we are able to make it to map 4, it's going to be Seoul. And depending on if we get high rise or standard, it's going to be tons of fun to watch how these teams compete on that map. And if it goes to the decider, if it's a 2-on-2 score line and we need to get to map 5, I couldn't think of a better place to finish the last finals tournament of season 2 than on Sis Horizon.
Yeah, and I'm so excited. This is going to be such an exciting map. Both teams kill hungry, ready to go in like into a den of tigers. They're just going to go ahead and go right at each other. And I'm excited to see how they're going to do. Who is going to win? The more calm and composed BURTS, or is it going to be the aggressive charge and slam BKO? We're going into Vegas right now, and I'm excited to see what happens.
It's going to be an insane start to this tournament series by seeing these teams go at it here. And let's go ahead and take a look. All right, up on Team BURTS, it's going to be heavy shotgun, medium shotgun, and FCAR. On Team BKO, we've got a medium shotgun, an AK, and a heavy shotgun. And of course, charge and slam versus the mesh shield. So Sueco retaining the mesh shield here to stay on meta, while Gremlin does what Gremlin does best and hits the charge and slam as needed. Vault 1 going to be spawning ever so close to BURTS here, and BKO will have the worst start.
Yeah, it's just exciting to see these guys go at it. We have the defib coming out. Just have some fun. Just hold it in the hands coming from Chickpea. They're going to go ahead and see BKO is at Vault 1 right now. They go ahead and click it, get it started, get that timer going. I'm interested to see where Chickpea and his team is going. Looks like they're just playing to cut off BKO. They recognize that they're not going to make it there in time to do any damage or to contest, so they're just playing to delay, stall, and punish BKO for whatever mistakes they make.
Yeah, and this is going to be interesting because the fact that BURTS is intentionally letting the Vault get away from them here might be a little bit of a crazy approach to this. But again, if there's anyone I trust to make this call, it's going to be them. And there it is, Chickpea starting off strong, getting the pad over the Z place down. He's
Ooh, what a glitch.
Huge glitch. All the time, and he's going to be able to fully throttle in with that shotgun. Oppenheimer's the first to go down as Sueco finishes the shots. He takes out Gremlin as well, and Sueco does the damage, but Z gets the final shot onto Mickey, and that's going to be a team wipe in favor of BURTS.
Yeah, no, that was a spicy glitch, bro. All three members of BKO just huddled up a little too tightly where the Radius was just able to just punish them. And it's just so crazy to see how impactful the glitch bros have been in one of the latest patches, because before that we only had the glitch grenades, and those would get eaten by the APS. So now that we have a glitch barrel that can't be countered by an APS, now we have something that can really truly punish a team for a mistake of being, hey, I'm huddled here together, or hey, we're gonna charge into you as fast as you can and try to get damage outputs. It's great to see that counterplay being added to the game.
It really is. I'm so curious if there's going to be just any more intricacies that we see coming through these team fights. But unfortunately, the only intricacies are going to be the bullets that go all the way through BKO, as they're unable to make any progress here. As just BURTS throws themselves into the room and just deletes BKO before Gremlin can even start the charge and slam.
No, that was actually crazy, because like that fight took less than 5 seconds to complete. And the worst part is that BKO had the opening damage. They had the surprise attack, and they just weren't able to convert that into a full team wipe. They got 1 kill, maybe 2 kills, but they weren't able to fully convert it, and it's just sad to see that happen.
Yeah, there is enough time for another fight, and we are going to be seeing Oppenheimer open up the floor. Will there be enough time for the team fight and the steal? Gremlin drops the dome to see if someone's going to go in, but the gas will pop, make it very difficult for them to get through. The steal might not happen here, but the team fight will. We can see Chickpea, Z, and Sueco holding up on the opposite side. Now Gremlin trying to find the way to steal. He starts the steal, but the damage is too much, and Z inserted into the back line to finish him off. That's going to be another team wipe here. Has BKO even found an entry yet? Only 1 kill on the side of BKO.
That's just a big yikes right there. Like, it's just the team cohesion from BURTS. The fact that they're using hazards, whether it be toxic barrels, glitch barrels, like they're just finding every hazard they can, setting up, using it to win their team fights. And it's just utility usage that's just bringing these victories to BURTS. BURTS going to go ahead and start our vault number 2. We have Gremlin and BKO just setting up top, getting ready to take a fight. Yo, it looks like BURTS is already hip to what they're doing. They're setting up themselves on top of that hotel.
And BURTS is in the perfect position. Look at that pad ready to go. And BKO has almost no way to find a solid entry point here, especially given the fact that they need to be sure that they can win the team fight to stay in control. But there it is, as Mickey goes down first. We see Gremlin all the way up at the top. Look at how aggressive this team is. BURTS really just showing off right now. Again, only 1 kill on the side of BKO.
I don't understand what's going on. Like, they can't convert any kills right now. It's just so confusing, because they get the opening damage, but I don't know whether it's the heal beam coming in from the medium, or maybe like just the pressure coming in from that charge and slam.
It's the speed at which BURTS aggresses towards the team. BURTS is starting these fights so fast that BKO has no time to switch through and do what's needed. I think that right now, all BKO needs to do is match that energy to go as fast as possible and have the ability to just follow your heavy as he charges through and try to cut off at least 1 medium. If you can cut off 1 medium, then that's all you need to find that entry. And unfortunately for BKO, BURTS is able to do that without thinking about it.
Yeah, we have BURTS setting up far away from side.
Up is going to come here. We have the ultimate height about to get taken away from them. Chickpea sets up the pad to get ready to flow in. And we are going to be watching as, unfortunately for BKO, they're just not able to do what they need fast enough. And Chickpea, Z, Sueco, they jump all the way in. Oppenheimer down to half HP. Will they be able to follow through? The damage coming through. Chickpea actually goes out, as well as Sueco. And this is going to be a huge entry for BKO. BKO needs this. There's just one player left. Z all the way on the sidelines here. Now BKO, they'll have the ability to get the steal. But remember, only 10 seconds is required for this coin to come through, for Chickpea and Sueco to come for the reset, so they will have time to get in. Even if they can't, there's still going to be one more cash out after this for map 1.
Yeah, for about 35 seconds left on the clock for this cash out. They have to play perfect here. BKO needs this cash out to stay in this game. As we look, the team fight is going, and Charger Slam goes through. Gets the assist on the Chickpea. He's doing great damage.
Oh, but he's caught up by Mickey with that car. Z gets a trade. Oppenheimer, and where is it? It's going to be Mickey still alive. It's BURTS that's gone. And that's going to be a full win for the second cash out for BKO. This is just perfect, because now on map 1 we're already getting in to the 3, and this is exactly what was happening to BURTS at the very beginning. Do you remember, Stars, where BKO couldn't even find an entry, and now BKO is just locking them out, dono walling them.
Dono walling indeed, as now we watch Chickpea start his rotate, going up behind with the huge flank, huge bounce pad, damage coming out from the model 1887 here. Not quite enough to get a good start into the fight, but good enough to apply pressure.
Oh, and Gremlin coming off the sideline with a huge pad damage, but he's not going to be able to capitalize on it as Z does enough. But Oppenheimer and Mickey come through. Oppenheimer goes down, but Gremlin gets rezzed all the way back up. It's just up to Mickey, though. Mickey versus Sueco, and Mickey's at 5 HP. It's not looking great here, as Sueco able to sustain through, find his way back up. Mickey has to run away. He's already used his defibs. He's trying to hide. Will he be able to get through? They found him. They found him.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
No
wow.
way. Just he was playing hide and seek. He was playing for the guy to hop over him so he could get that early burst damage in. He understood yes, he's like 25 HP, but the other guy is half. So if he can get that opening damage in that fight, he can still convert that into a kill, and he was able to do that and win that team fight for his team.
I thought there was no way that Mickey wins that, and that's what I love about the finals, is that it is such an insane game when you get players of this level of performance. Literally anything is possible. And once again, we have BURTS on a full reset, and BKO, they have enough time to set up here. It is all the way out in parking, which is going to be super hard to hold, and especially as we see the team getting set up on the top of the Eastwood. What will Chickpea, Sueco, Z do? They're jumping over the side there. They see the gas that's on the point, so they know they're going to need to drop it out. Mickey up and Gremlin, though, they're not ready for the fight just yet. They're holding from inside of the hotel. They're giving BURTS just enough time. They might be able to come in here and get a steal. BURTS is a little bit smarter than that. They're pushing through, trying to find an entry before they commit. They're throwing the gas barrels away. This is huge. Now they're able to cut off the sides, and now BURTS is able to steal. But here we go, the side switch. We see BKO on the sidelines here, pushing the left side up to the bottom. Now they're dropping down to the first floor. Who will be able to get the most damage out early on? Oppenheimer eats an RPG. You see Chickpea and Z. They're going to be a little bit low, but they are able to survive as they bounce back up to the top here. Sueco at half HP, but it's Gremlin that goes down first. Mickey's going to be able to survive as Op gets the res. What's going to happen is Chickpea gets out Mickey. We will see Op go down, and that's a BKO almost into the team wipe here. It's just up to Gremlin, but he's not going to be able to survive for long. Gremlin.
They're just stalling him out.
They're stalling him. Ow, no. They're not giving him the team wipe.
Where is he? Come here. On me.
No.
Yeah, and it's not looking good. Yeah, there's not going to be enough time for them to come back and get this kill. 10 seconds left on the clock. That's 20 seconds to rotate and get the steal. This is looking like it's going to be game for BKO on map 1.
Nah, because stalling the team wipe there is crazy.
I'm dropping this thing.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to lie. I thought that Chickpea and BURTS was gonna wipe there because they weren't getting any good opening damage into that fight. But all of a sudden, they decided, hey, we're gonna take this bounce pad up. I'm gonna do damage. You guys shoot down while I'm falling back into BKO. So when he landed, they basically just went ahead and just got the free damage. His team bursted down Gremlin, and it was just kind of curtains from there. And as I switched into the wrong scene for us.
All good, all good. I mean, I'm just very, very happy with what I saw from both teams from that first match, because we saw the very first team fight. Wow, BURTS is locked in right now, and there's no way that BKO can even compete. Then we got to the second cash out, and BKO activated. Finally, they figured out what they needed to do. They figured out how to get in, and they did everything they could to lock in for that second cash out. And on cash out 3, it wasn't even the same level as those other fights, because it was one team fight and BURTS just waited for the right moment to strike. And I think that the big deciding factor was that BKO, they had moved so far off the point that they couldn't capitalize on the gas barrels that they set up on there before. They couldn't play for the drop even. And by the time that they were in a situation to actually get through and deal enough damage to offset what BURTS was doing, BURTS had already stolen and taken enough time to really make it their own.
Yeah, and I feel like that's unfortunately just a thrown away opportunity from BKO. They had the good cash out hold. They just over aggressed when they had control. So they ended up chasing BURTS, trying to secure kills rather than just over pressuring them. They had the pressure, but they were just trying to get kills, which is not what you need to do. Your job as a defender is to stall for time. It's not to get kills. So them chasing them actually kind of just threw the game away.
Exactly. And hey, here's a really insane thing, is that we're about to jump on a Monaco, and I can guarantee you on Monaco, we will be seeing some things change up. I think that on Monaco, this is where we see Gremlin switch to the Lewis gun, and I want to see the Lewis gun do a lot of work against BURTS, because one of the best things is that if we can see BKO start to adapt early on, it might be what the team needs to sort of get BURTS into an uncomfortable situation. That being said, we're seeing the same sort of switch up from BURTS. So BURTS sticking to the heavy shotgun, but instead, oh no, Chickpea is sticking onto the shotgun as well. So from both teams is a mirror comp, minus, once again, Charge and Slam versus Mesh Shield. So so curious to see how this is going to shake out. But this is one of those situations where it might go either way. I think that these teams might be playing it a little bit too safe to what they're used to. I think I needed to see a little bit more of a drastic change from BKO. Even from BURTS, I think that them kind of going into this, same setup that they're used to, it might end up going the wrong way if BKO figures out the Monaco strategy that'll work best for them here.
Yeah, as we start to see this fight break out, Gremlin is rocking that Lewis gun, like you said earlier. They're just playing slow right now. They're not playing to take a fight. They're playing... looks like we might have some technical difficulties here.
Lobby reset, folks. Lobby reset, folks.
Alrighty. Well, as we're just waiting here... there we go. I'm over here clicking my space bar to transition, and it's like, no, I don't want to do this. We're gonna look at this loading screen this whole time.
Exactly. I'm here to see what that loading screen can tell us. But I was so excited to get Monaco at night with the rain. It's such a, like, the stormy weather on Monaco is such a vibe. Especially when you can get either like the forest cash outs, or if you get the one in Plaza, like, it's so much fun to watch those fights happen. But yeah, I think that on Monaco, now that we know what team comps these teams are running with retaining the one medium shotgun and one medium FCAR, with Gremlin running Lewis gun and Charge and Slam, Sueco retaining the SA-1216 and the Mesh Shield, we're going to have two very different play styles on Monaco here.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be interesting, because normally you would want to run that Mesh Shield just because, yes, you have a lot of cover in the buildings. Yes, there's a lot of close quarters combat. But when you're playing on these rooftops, there's a lot of damage that's going to be output on this map, especially with the long lines of sight. So it's very interesting to see that we're running the Charge and Slam on the side of BKO. just because, okay, how are you going to take that space? How are we going to get to certain areas? Because if you don't remember, we might get the suspended structures. Yeah, it looks like we are getting suspended structures. So
Ooh.
it's just going to be interesting to see how BKO is going to deal with that without that mesh shield.
I think,
And here's the
I'll
thing
be sure to steal a shotgun,
about
steal a
suspended
shotgun,
structures
but-
is that suspended
Yeah, I think
structures
Brendan goes on an MG
is
with mesh, or what do
absolutely
you think?
the
Like, we have
most
no range now.
different
Oh, okay.
possible variant of any map that you can get. Monaco standard versus Monaco suspended is an entirely different beast. And I think that this is actually going to change a lot about how these teams go together. Like you said, the mesh shield has so much value, and I think that we will actually be seeing Gremlin swapping over the mesh shield just because the suspended structures are
Yeah,
coming out.
there it is.
Yeah, there it is. The suspended structures will call for the mesh shield. And likewise, oh, I think we're still lobby shopping. We might want to cut to a break while we wait until we get the NA East.
Yep, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, while we continue to lobby shop here, folks, we will be right back with the action the moment it starts up for you.
Maybe we go top for sure.
Alrighty, gamers, hopefully you finished your gooning sessions because we're done edging you. It's time to get back into the grand finals. We've got the start off strong with BURTS jumping all the way over to the cathedral, and we've got BKO inside of it. Vault 1 is going to be just off the side here inside of the residential district. Let's see exactly how they will decide to go about this fight. BURTS gets the proc, but it's BKO that is closer to holding control.
Yeah, it looks like they're going ahead and take it slow, just like they were originally planning to do. We got the charge and slam Lewis gun back on Gremlin here. Unfortunately, no mesh shield like we were thinking we might get. Granted, that was suspended structures. Now, it looks like they're going to go ahead and start rotating towards Cash Out B, but what we know is that BURTS is looking above them like a Papa Hawk, hopping down, looking to get kills. They're just going to go ahead and set up here, play slow, get some early damage here, just slow it down, force them to reset.
That reset is going to be coming through pretty easily, but Mickey's still going to be eating some damage. He is able to sustain through it, and Gremlin is the one that's able to get the first kill on a Chickpea here. They do finish off Swaco as well. That's going to leave just one player remaining, but I believe Z is going to be able to get out not only with the vault, but also with his life. He's going to take it to Cash Out A, get it plugged just to get things started out strong. No, he's actually throwing it out. Gonna let the team reset here, but unfortunately for him, his throw is too good, and it basically gets itself all the way over into A. Now, what you guys might have noticed is that we are not in the suspended structures variant. Instead, it is just going to be a standard fare for Monaco, but with Oppenheimer in control of Vault 1, Chickpea and Z will be convincing him to drop it, but Chickpea falls away from his team there, gets caught out, and gets taken out by Gremlin. But we will be seeing Z get close enough to getting the res here, and as the res comes through, we will see him fall down once more, and that's a wipe for BURTS as BKO retains control. Oppenheimer going to be going to get Vault 1 plugged into Cash Out A as Mickey resets the team for greatness.
And we got the emote coming out. He said he's a ninja. Now, I don't understand why Chickpea decided to hop down and go in so early by himself. He didn't have his team. His team was still trying to go rotate and land on a roof. Z was still rotating because he was trying to live from being chased earlier by BKO. That was just a big mistake going to that fight that ended up forcing them to waste one of their defibs, which led into another kill, which means both defibs were down, and it kind of just snowballed from there. As we watch BKO just set up here, just slow down and wait for the action of BURTS.
It's all about that timing, all about the ability to make sure that you can get your team out and in the better position. And again, when you get one of those kills, you know that a medium is putting away that gun, and BKO is maintaining the strategy to fully capitalize on those things. We are going to see BURTS take a stealthy approach here. They're approaching in from the top here. We see Z crouching up at the top, not giving a footstep away, but there's Chickpea going fast. They're going to jump over to Grandma's house, try to find this. Now remember, we are on the edge of the map here by Villas and Pocket Park, and this is going to be a very, very dangerous place to play from, because if they do not get this kill, if they do not get this, the respawn is on the other side of the map. This is going to be the last chance they get for Cash Out A. Chickpea does massive damage to Mickey. That's going to be a good opening. He's able to drop back down and heal up the damage dealt to Swaco. Gremlin going to be good to take out Swaco and Oppenheimer, though. Let's see what's going to happen now. We do see, unfortunately, Gremlin will not be able to retain as he goes out. Chickpea and Z deal so much damage. Oppenheimer almost able to stay up, but unfortunately, Gremlin just does not do enough to save his teammate. And that's going to be a win for Chickpea, Z, and Swaco on Cash Out A.
No, that was actually crazy how much damage was just outputted in half a second. 1 second, you're full health. Next second, you're insta-dead. And that's so crazy, too, because he's on medium. You're not too light, but you're not too tanky either. And just getting insta-killed there is just wild. See, that Chickpea is over here taking a ranged fight with the Model 1887. Not well advised, but looks like they are trying to go ahead and get this flank going around. Gremlin and BKO just going to go ahead and start up Vault number 2 here, while BURTS just resets in themselves. Looks like they're planning to invade, planning to hunt them.
I'm not there at all. I'm not there at all.
Like small.
This is going to be a very fun fight to watch as BURTS is actually a little bit split up. But BKO is not in a position to take advantage of it. They get funneled up through the top here, and Chickpea is able to deal incredible damage to Grem and Op. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's just like how we were saying last game. It seems like the tides are changing. Momentum is shifting between these two teams. If you just play so stagnant, you're over here just playing too passive, just gonna get punished for it. You have to take the aggression to them. And what's crazier is the fact that it was a 2v3 for the most part, as we see BKO running up on Chickpea, but the damage is coming through. Are they able to get these kills? Yes, they are. The damage coming through is going crazy.
The way that they are utilizing Chickpea as just this insane entry, Z gets the perfect opportunity to stick through and heal Chickpea. And even though Mickey is dealing tons of damage, it just gets healed right through, and Chickpea with that shotgun is just doing way too much. Gremlin able to sustain a little bit here, but in a 1v2 situation, I don't think that he has enough ability to hold out here. And Gremlin actually once again going to be getting stalled out. They're not killing him just yet. There it is. The kill is going to finally come through. And unfortunately for BURTS, unfortunately for BKO, I do believe that BURTS might have a full lock on this. I think there's enough time for one spot, but pushing all the way into this sideline here in Park is so difficult because you have to either cut through construction into villas, and that's what they're doing. They've spawned construction, luckily, jumping over villas, trying to make their way across the highway into the park. Will they have enough time to take this fight here? We see BURTS actually holding off the sideline here. Gas barrel in the forest, gonna pop to at least deny some area here of BKO. They have to start this fight. They have to end it now. They have maybe 15 seconds to do what they need. Some good opening damage, but Gremlin can't capitalize on it. They need to send somebody back to start the steal now, or it's all going to be done here. They're going to have to do what they can. They see the trap set up, but they can't start it fast enough. Too many bullets onto the button. Z going to go all the way up in the air. He gets taken out, and Gremlin finally going to be in the spot to be able to hold the steal here, but unfortunately, as Mickey goes out, the steal won't come through, and BKO gets shut out. A 20,000 cash out for Team BURTS, putting them now on match point. It is a best of 5, and BURTS is up by 2. This is not looking good for Team BKO.
Yeah, no, it's looking really, really rough. Now, this is where men are made. Are we going to fight through adversity and secure these next 3 maps, or are we just going to whimper out and fall down? That's where we're going to see what BKO truly is.
I really, really need to see some sort of adaptation coming through, because right now we've only seen one good cash out performance from BKO in this series, and that was the second cash out on our first map on Vegas. I really think that if BKO can start off the next map strong, they can keep it going. But to be honest with you, if BKO drops the first cash out on map 3, I think that's going to be it, Stars.
Yeah, it just all comes down to that you can't play from behind here. What BKO needs to do to find success here is they need to play more aggressive. They're playing so scared and passive right now. They're not looking for plays. They're not looking to take advantage of certain opportunities, because they tried that on map number 1, the last cash out, and it failed for them. Granted, it wasn't the right situation for them. So they just need to find that fire for them again.
The key is that I don't think that Team BKO is used to getting pushed like this, because remember, when you're looking at a team like BURTS, they have that jump pad RPG straight up, just demon rushing in their DNA. And for BKO, they aren't, throughout this whole tournament series, they haven't been challenged like this before. Remember, this is actually their first time going up against each other in a 3v3 for quite some time. So the fact that we're actually seeing BKO be challenged like this is good for their growth as players, but at the same time, you have to understand that if BURTS sees an opening, they're gonna take it. And BURTS just has this ability to maintain through the damage. Like I said, when Z just full on sticks the heel to Chickpea while he does that damage with the model, it's just wild because it mitigates everything that's wrong with that playstyle. And Z just knows how to put himself in the right spot. We're gonna see as Chickpea pushes through here, as Gremlin getting caught out, and Gremlin eating all this damage, unable to stave through it. We see Oppenheimer or Mickey going for the res here, but he gets caught out as well. And it's going to be a wipe as Sueco finishes Oppenheimer. This is nuts because the team is just unable to stay in a good spot. The BKO had such a terrible opening to this because I don't even think they had a chance to fight back there.
Yeah, no, it was looking very, very bad, and it's not looking good at all. We're going to go ahead and see them take the vault to cash out A. This is one of the harder places to defend just because it's like running into a valley. When you're running into a valley and with your military, and you all of a sudden you get attacked, ambushed out of nowhere, it's so hard to defend yourself or even turn it around. And that's basically what this point is you have the other team able to watch from ultimate height and just hold the space.
And they just watched BKO go all the way through. Chickpea survives the drop, and he's going to be able to jump pad right through. He's right in their back line, and he times it a little bit. Let's see.
Oh, no, I meant like the
Do they know that BKO is right on top of cash out A? When Chickpea dropped over, he didn't notice the team pushing through across the bridge. If he had stayed on that high for just a little bit longer, but they know that they're underneath now. They're going to be dropping a good glitch. Is going to start through, and Gremlin caught out, but here's the healer. Oppenheimer getting picked out, but Chickpea's at 4 HP. Will BKO be able to capitalize on it? They can. Mickey takes him out, but Gremlin goes down as well. It's just Mickey. Mickey's going to be able to get the res onto Oppenheimer, who's going to be able to go and get the res, but will Gremlin be able to come back through? Z goes down as well. It's stress up to Sueco, and Sueco drops. This is BKO.
Wow.
This is a great opportunity for BKO, and this is exactly what they needed. They know now that all they're going to be seeing is Chickpea running in, and that's linchpin. If they can find out how to take out Chickpea, it's all going to fall apart, and that's exactly what they're able to do there. But it's not over yet. They're going to have to defend it one more time. They're padding over from open office into the office space. Let's see what Chickpea, Sueco, and Z have in store for us, as they are going to just absolutely bum rush this point through the hole in the ceiling they made earlier. Let's see who's going to get the opening damage behind Gremlin's shield. Oppenheimer and Mickey starting to poke and prod the damage. We are seeing gas go through. Chickpea, Sueco going to be able to at least hold off on one side, but as Oppenheimer goes down and Gremlin falls as well, it's just the Mickey, and Mickey falls. Will there be enough of a chance to hold this off? There will be. Sueco holding the steal, cash out A. All comes down to this, Stars, as now it is one cash out away from the $600.
Artie, it's not looking good for BKO. I just don't understand. Like, they're just falling apart in every team fight. But at the same time, you have to give credit to BURTS. BURTS, I don't know if you noticed, when they're chasing, they don't just run in. They're looking for a medium. As soon as they saw the heal beam running through that ward door, they turned right and killed him instantly. That's the great thing about BURTS as they're waiting for Sueco to respawn.
This is gonna be crazy. You know that BKO is feeling the weight of it right now. They see Vault 2. They're gonna try to make their way over. They get caught out by, I believe it's Z, who's sitting on the sidelines on the crane, just trying to watch their motions right now. Z is gonna double back over into the market district here, but it's not looking like they're actually gonna be doing much of anything, because right now BKO, they can't find an entry. They can't find the way to actually make this work out for them. Vault 2 is procced. It's open. It's ready to go. But at the same time, BKO doesn't have the ability to get it into B without getting fully cut off. Look at this. On the crane is the entirety of BKO trying to at least jump in. Here's BURTS. on the back line. Entering the market district now, jumping over the low gravity. Glitch is going to go through. Huge opening damage. Chickpea getting Oppenheimer all the way down to half. Mickey can't get the heal up just yet. Oppenheimer gets healed through.
Reset. Alley,
Let's see. Chickpea calls for the reset. Let's see if they're going to be able to find it. BKO is holding control over D right now. Chickpea wants to end this all and go home. Let's see if Z, Sueco, and Chickpea are going to be able to win the C fighter if BKO can sustain. BKO holding from inside. There's the shotgun for Gremlin. Going to be able to sustain through it. His healer's doing the most right now. The shotgun is going to at least pop a little bit. Chickpea takes out Op. It's going to be crazy. Chickpea drives all the way in. He takes out Gremlin, but Mickey gets the res. Will he be able to get the kill as well?
They got
gets
it.
the kill on
No
Mickey.
way.
No way. It's down to this. 3 HP in a dream. And there's BURTS going out, and BKO retains control just barely. Gremlin surviving the res onto Gremlin, saving the entire game right there, and BKO is in it for just a little bit longer.
Yeah, it was looking bad for 1 second. We might have 2 pushes depending on where the team spawns. It was more likely 1. There's about just 45 seconds left on the clock as we start to see Chickpea and BURTS start coming back into the building. They're trying to climb up, get that verticality, come in from above, and come in there like they are the Kool-Aid Man.
This is going to be wild because I know that BURTS just wants to end this. This is going to be a quick one. We see the gas going. This is good for BKO. The gas opening is exactly what they needed to do. We see Mickey playing with the utility. Unfortunately, he took away the APS. Going to eat the damage from that. And there's Chickpea doing some more damage, but it's Z coming through to get the trades. Z gets the res onto Sueco, but it's going to be very difficult to stay up. Oppenheimer gets 1 res here. Gremlin going to go out. Let's see what's going to happen. No time for the steal at the very least. And BURTS goes out again. BKO holds on for just a little longer. It's 1 more cash out for BKO. It's down here now. 1 more cash out that BKO needs to win to bring it into map 4, but it's still close. It's still so much pressure knowing that all BURTS needs to do is to win 1 more cash out, and that will break.
Good work.
All right, we're looking here as Gremlin and BKO head towards Registered District to start up vault number 3. Climbing up, doing that window trick, man. I love that trick. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of my favorite tricks in the game. It reminds me of other games I have played, and it's just such.
It's not even a trick. It's just like the style. But check this out, Chickpea. The anger, the aggression, he pushes onto Mickey. It's just going to be Oppenheimer and Gremlin holding up the top here. They're trying to take control of the vault, but I think what they need to be doing right now instead is taking control of the team fight. Right now, they are a little bit caught off guard, and it's going to be a wipe for BKO as Oppenheimer falls out here. That's going to be a full reset that the team needs, but to be honest with you, this is not as detrimental as it seems. I think that BKO put themselves in a bad position by starting the vault anyway. We're going to be seeing BURTS get over. They're taking the vault over to cash out C in a state. And now once we start in a state, this is where things are going to get crazy. Unfortunately for BKO, they're going to spawn on the other side of the map in the business office. Let's see if they can get the pad over into residential for free without getting picked out. We look over at Z, Sueco, and Chickpea. Are they setting up just on a state? Yes, they're just going to be holding up on height on a state. And this is going to be difficult. There's a lot of open space they have to cover. However, Sueco on a shotgun. Chickpea on a shotgun, and this will allow BKO the opportunity to make it in, but it's still going to be difficult.
Yeah, here we go. It looks like BURTS is looking to bounce on the BKO as they walk up, which is a smart plan since they are playing range. They're not going to hold their push. They're going to go ahead and go in here in just a second. That rocket misses the bounce pad, unfortunately.
BKO needs to find their entry right now. Huge shield from Gremlin here. And as we see Chickpea trying to go in, he finds a kill on a Mickey. This is nuts as he's going to be able to find extra damage onto Gremlin.
Huge
BKO,
shots.
they're finally getting the res here. Op finds the res to Mickey. Mickey tries to re-res on a Gremlin. Gremlin's going to be back up, but it's not going to be enough. And I believe that that is going to be the end of the run for BKO. But they have time for maybe 1 more push. This is going to cut it very close, and to be honest, it is a mounting challenge for BKO because they'll only have time for 1 push. We've seen them do it before, but can they do it again? They spawn at open office is the best possible opportunity for them. They need to get this run in now. There's only 20 5
Okay.
seconds
I
remaining
click,
on the
no.
cash out. Mickey gonna be leading the charge in here. Gremlin gets in. The jump pad RPG is set up. They can't find the opener though. Where is BURTS playing from? And BURTS is playing from inside the building. They get the res on the behind. Mickey goes out first. Chickpea finds
They have
the
to
spot.
stick,
The
and there's
steal
no
is starting.
time.
The steal can't be done, and that's gonna be the end of the game. That's the end of the Master Series from Breakout Esports as BURTS finalizes the kill. They finalize the cash out, and it's BURTS to win the massive prize pool for Breakout Esports Master Series Split 1. Absolutely incredible. The 3-0 slam to end the tournament. I couldn't have envisioned another way to do it. Absolutely insane energy.
What an ending from this game. I can't, like, it's just insane to see what happened right there. We had BURTS just come in for a flank. They were just hiding, biding their time, waiting for BKO to rotate just so they could get the jump on him, which worked because Chickpea and all of them didn't make a single sound. There's no orbital lasers to give away the position. It was free real estate the whole time, and the damage output they were able to do in that short amount of time, with BKO having no time to steal, or like the fight before the steal, I should say. What a match.
It's wild. The way that we were able to see every single just fight go the way of BURTS and BKO holding on for dear life. Absolutely wild. Especially my favorite thing there was seeing BURTS just activate at the very end. They did have quite a challenge to get up there, but you know, a perfect upper bracket run for BURTS, starting the day by taking the winner semi against LRC, then taking out Yappers, which had given them troubles in the past, then to end it all by 3-0ing BKO in the grand final. A perfect upper bracket run for BURTS is wild and absolutely well-deserved on their victory. So huge shout out as they get the cash prize for our Split 1 playoffs here. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, no, and it was so crazy just watching all the action break down today. It, like, just look at these replays. You just have so many good shots coming out from Chickpea. BKO really weren't able to do much. Like, the aggression and presence that BURTS was just showing on the field just really outperformed anything BKO could try to do, unfortunately.
And the way that just Chickpea, Z, and Sueco have just fully locked in as a trio, to have Chickpea use the model just like this every single game and push it in just right in their backlines every time it's needed. For Z to be on the heels every time it's needed, and for Sueco to be there with the shield every time they're needed. The team synergy on BURTS is absolutely deserving of winning the grand prize like this, because just watching how Sueco, Z, and Chickpea interact as a team is absolutely everything. Earlier we were talking about how BKO, you know, they strategize together and they work together on figuring out what's needed, but for BURTS, it comes naturally. For BURTS, they don't need to think about it. When you look at every one of these clips, look at how the team is able to fully know what the others need in order to best get value out of each individual fight. And remember, it wasn't just for free. This might have been 3-0 map-wise, but there were a lot of times where BKO won a team fight and looked really confident and really stable. But where BURTS has the advantage and has the edge is on those charges, on those rushes, to be able to just jump pad on your team and put Chickpea right into the back line while everyone is aiming at Sueco. This kind of synergy is so hard to find in a team, and I'm so happy for BURTS that they're able to be rewarded for that today.
Yeah, no, BURTS definitely deserved this win right here. It looked like it was going to be close when they played against LRC. It looked very dominant when they were playing against Yappers, and against BKO, it just showed that, yes, the first game was rough, but they just needed the warm-up. It was the early morning blues. They were just tired. They needed to just heat up and to show who they are.
And I just cannot think of a better way to end this tourney than with a humongous just show of power from BURTS. Huge stuff here to get a 3-0 in the grand final. This kind of stuff does not happen often, but this Grand Slam is absolutely worthy of it. Is a very intense moment, and I'm happy to be part of it. This is a very monumental occasion for the finals esports scene, and especially given the fact that this is the last tournament of season 2. So the question then stands, will all of the changes that we see in season 3 revive some of these teams to come back and try even harder? But one thing that is worth mentioning is that all of the teams, actually both the teams that we just saw, BURTS and BKO, they are actually guaranteed a spot in our online World Championship event in November when this all comes to a close. So for the time being, at least, BKO has some time to retrain and get ready for Split 2. But even if they, don't necessarily win the grand final of Split 2, even, they are already guaranteed a spot in the online World Championship in November.